This Monday night.
Oh, the mic was off. It's fixed now before you tell us the mic's on.
Hello and welcome here on this Monday night. Hello and welcome here for the second time if you were here in the morning on our game night. But today, this evening, we're getting into a little bit more serious stuff on YouTube here. As YouTubers, there are some things that we all want to know and some things we get to know. The more we get into this platform and get to know how the things are done. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. And talking about you destroying your channel. Well, maybe not exactly you, but maybe you. Who knows? So we're going to talk about it and see what you can add to it as well in the chat. So we left our chat open this time, guys, because we want to hear your input into this as well.
I want to say something right off the bat, folks. I just want to tell you guys that's been following us for a while. You know we have the bot cam and all that stuff and everything. We're going to talk about this. Already the numbers are going completely haywire, jumping like 20 up to 60 back down over. If it starts acting too crazy, we're literally shutting down and starting a new one right again after this, so keep your eye into it. I can laugh and joke about them playing with their channel. They're not going to like what we're going to say tonight, and I'm saying it. One way or another, supposing to God I got to make 10 live streams, supposing to God I got to go on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, I will be saying it. So just to keep an eye out on that, I want to let you guys know. And I ask you to keep an extra big eye on the old bot cam tonight because it's busy already. So I'm just saying, it's great to have you in here. Not going to take too much of your time tonight, folks. There's something I really want to address that's been going on. And we're going to get into it in just a minute or two. Just give everybody a chance to come in. And then we're going to get into it. If you guys can hit the like button, tweet it out, tell friends. That helps more than you ever know. And it is great to see you all in here. Thank you for being here. You guys are absolutely awesome. And you know what? Not all you guys are doing what I'm going to be talking about tonight. That's most certainly. But nonetheless, I want to warn you guys because I'm seeing some doing it that I never thought would go down the road and doing things their own channel. So we'll get into it in just a minute or two. But in the meantime, you can hit the like button, tweet it out, DM it, all that stuff. It makes a world of difference, folks.
That's right. Help me out here by sharing this out. That's what I'm doing right now, as I always do at the beginning of our live stream. So you can share it out. We do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Danny Black, we're going to address that as well. What is in the descriptions and stuff? Yes, definitely. We're going to be talking about the bot cam and all of that is kind of related as well. So stick around. We're going to address that too. Canley Christoph here. Good to see you. Fallen Angel here. Good to see you here as well. Youngsters Closing. Welcome back. Yes, and click that like button, share it out, send it to a friend that you think might want to know, or maybe, a message from not a friend. I don't know. Maybe this is the one you want to send to somebody.
You want to make it
that
like
is
an
not a friend.
intervention for them? This would be a good time to do it. So
That's right. Intervention live stream. Okay. Well, I'll do these before we start, but during the chat, I'll just say thank you. Okay.
And then we'll get them at the end.
And then we'll get you by the end with double one. Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Jonathan Roseberry, thank you so much for that. Super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much for that. Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much. And thank you so much to West Haven always and forever. Elena, thank you so much for support.
And
always.
she doesn't even have to type, I'm sorry, Andrew, after this one. Her usual. So there you go. You can still type it anyways. It's always great to hear from you, Elena.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. West Haven always and forever. Hey, you. Thank you so much for everything, Elena. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. Do appreciate it. Thank you, Elena. And you can type in your standard sorry, Andrew, right after that. Polly Bear Vlogs, 808, what's going on? How are you doing? Great
Polly,
to see
love
you.
Seeing you. Lots of love to you as well.
Been with us from the very, very get-go. Always a pleasure. Tyler Stone, how are you? We've got Tokyo Drew in the house. Good morning to you. An expat Canadian living in Tokyo for over 15 years. That's right, folks. Grimes Finds is in here, man. His channel is blowing up and then some. So great to see you. Oh, dang it. Earphones now off. Yeah, I hear you, Polly. That will blow the earphones off for sure.
Well, I promise. When we start into the topic, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do all of them at the same time at the end of it. How about that one?
There you go. There you go.
Murat's Haunted Adventures, hello, how are you doing here? Good to see you here as well. Isaac Glover, old guy on a bike, good to see you. Exploring Stranger Things UK, and brilliant craft ideas here as well. And what does it mean? Well, if you stick around long enough on our channel, you're gonna get to know what that super sticker, super chat. Old School Chef, thank you so much for understanding and welcome back here. And Purgatory Paranormal is here as well. Are we going to say hi? Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. We have wow, I hope I pronounced it right.
Yeah.
I never get it right.
Wow, yeah.
Onset,
Wow,
wow, thank you so much. I even had it written one time in my notes. Thank you so much for that. Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Thank you. Thank you.
I do want to say hello to everybody in here, folks. That's one tradition I do not want to let go. And I thank you for your time. We're not going to be on too long, folks, like I say, so it's great to have you in here. I will crank up the echo for this one. I want to say hello to the MC Nemesis live in the... Oh, sorry, I want to say first, I'm saying hello to all of our members first, folks, and then I'll say hi to everybody. I want to say hello to Wayne on the road in the house, one of our members. The MC Nemesis live as well. Poetically Yours by Xavier Santa Maria. Pixel Master Kira. Old School Chef. Old Guy on a Bike. Murad's Haunted Adventures in the house. Moment with Chip. Lucky Beach Slops. Did I say oh my God, did I say slot? I'm so sorry. Lucky Beach Slots. I have no talking to, I can't speak. There you go, in short. So sorry. Lightfoot Row, how you doing? Jump Pick, how you doing? Jonathan Roseberry, thank you again. Jenny O'Brien is in here. Grimes Finds is in the house. We have Firewolf Studios, Chris. We got Exploration Laura Lyon. Expedition Greg, Computer Chick Productions, and Bougie Boy 2001. Thank you so much to our members for the amazing support you show us. And I also want to say hi to Youngsters Clothing. Yeah, Wendy Bob's in the house. World Bike Boat Party is here. West Haven always and forever. Thank you as well. Wow, yeah, thank you so much. Walker Fam. We have Viral Fanity now. Tyler Stone, Twisted King, Tornado Gaming 234, Tokyo Drew, The Mower Man 82. We have the Wise Temple, the Psycho Ducky, the Idahoan, Team Camo 816, Tasha Reed Noir's in the house, Steph's Universe, Straight Rippin', Sparkle Beauty by Idiana. We have, it's jumping like crazy in here. I'm having trouble catching them all. Sorry about that. Where we were, Side Effect Gaming, Shane Redo. We have Salvatore Vinciguerra, Rob Roscoe in here. RC Stinger, another one of our members just came in. Purgatory Paranormal of NY. Polybear Vlogs 808 in the house. We got PJ Vlogs. Paul Beck Drywall too, folks. He's getting close to 100,000. Paradise Biker. We have Official Team Murdoch, Mudnuts Reviews. We have Maureen Brines in the house. We have, God, it's hard to follow them. They're jumping like popcorn. May in Thailand. We have Liam's Irish Journey with Mama Liam. We got Jen and Mark Fun and Fancy Free. We have Isaiah Glover, Hedge Plays and Robert Wide. Gracia. We have Good Cemeteries Gone Bad. Glory Family Love. We have Gary Clunkerville Town. Garden for Cheap. We have Foulmouth Fishing. Exploring Stranger Things UK. Got rid of the dashes. There you go. We have Drew Douglas, Diana Brienne Fairchild, Dan Tor, Cubs Den, Creative Spot Official, Coin Dragon. We have Callie Christoph, Caffeine Queen, Brilliant Craft Ideas, Brant Ariels, Gary is in the house. We have Bim Firma Games, Amy Ventures, aka SG Creations, Ali Crafts Pursuits, Act Naturally, A Bird in the Hand, 3 Souls Paranormal. If I missed anybody, I apologize. Try to say hi quickly, folks. We're going to jump into this very soon. I want to get into it, folks. We're not going to be on for too long. It's great to have you in here. Laser Cat, how are you? Great to see you. Just highlight her name and say hi. I do want to thank you guys for being here. Journey North, how you doing? Great to see you. Please, folks, if you haven't hit the like button, please do. It helps us out more than you will know. It makes a gigantic difference, just clicking that thumb alone. And if you can tweet it out. We've been having a lot of trouble lately with everything going on with the algorithm and all that stuff, botcam, etc., etc. So that kind of stuff means the world, folks, are helping out. Good to see you too, Expedition Greg. Hope you're staying well. Hope you're all staying well. Sparky Jones, how are you? Great to see you. Jennings, Beautiful World TV, how are you? Anybody else I missed, folks? Gotta go, everyone. Official T Murdoch, you take care, be well. Good evening to you, Weekend Warrior Outdoors and Lottery of Life. How you doing? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Like I say, folks, this is going to be a short one tonight, but an important one. Mandy, Mixed Media Queen, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Anyone else, folks, I missed? I think I might have got most of them. If I didn't, please know how great it is to have you in here. You guys are absolutely awesome. You're doing awesome, Laser Cat, doing well. That is great to hear. Love hearing that. Hey, I came here and I saw the title of the stream and I was like, what? Yeah, we had to change the title 3 times because we're having trouble with the yellow coin. So we had to get that all set up, and then Xenia's been taking care of it. She's been on the job.
Yeah, I'm on the job, and that's probably going to be changing as we go. So guys, don't worry about that. It's still the same live stream. If you can click that like button and share it out, we do appreciate that. And as we said, you know, you can DM it to your friend or maybe somebody you think might be very useful watching this. Maybe it's not your friend. Most likely it's not. Most likely it's not. But maybe they just need some intervention. Let them know. Anonymous message, so to say. Mandy, Mixed Media Queen, good to see you. How is the best couple on YouTube? Well, thank you so much, you wonderful, beautiful lady. Thank you so much, Mandy. Rana Lynn, hello, how are you? Caffeine Queen here as well. Good to see everybody. Alex Eden here as well. Team Camo, welcome here. This is We Life. Hello, Viral Vanity now. Welcome back. Good to see everyone here. Click that like button, share it out, and yes, subscribe to us. Double check if you're still subscribed, and if you're new, well, I hope you enjoy this. We have plenty more things to offer on this channel. Check it out.
And we're about to get into it, folks. Just give another minute or so, and then it is time to jump into it. We know you guys' time is important. We've been busy all day. We went live this morning. We'll talk about all that quickly as well. And also today, got right in the middle of getting the place cleaned out for spring. I'm getting busy. Busy.
Hands full.
Yes, I will say. JD Night 7, how are you? Great to see you. Land Shark Picker, great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. What a great array of channels in here. Wow, guys, it's fantastic to see you. Please don't forget, folks, I'm looking at the like numbers and the number of people in here. If you can just smash that like, just take a second and just turn it from that color to that color. It makes a world of difference. I know that's not really a good looking blue, but you get where I'm going. Oh my God.
Polly Bear Vlogs. Oh my goodness. Bear hugs and bear love to you. Mwah. You just got ranched up. My goodness.
Thank you so much, Will. We've known Polly for, well, ever. I think it's a fair statement.
Ever. That's for sure. My goodness. Thank you so much. A heart of gold, definitely. Thank you so much.
Spoils us rotten and then some. And it's a pleasure to have you aboard, folks. Yes, all the members flash the new members badge for our good friend Polly Bear Vlogs and 808, our newest member. It's great to have you aboard, buddy. Been there, sent us all kinds of stuff all the way from Hawaii. He's gotten us hooked on chocolate macadamia nuts.
Oh my God, the best chocolate ever.
Smiles is rotten. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to have you aboard, buddy. We've been feel like so much together in that. It's an honor to have you. Thank you so very much. And folks, if you want to check out the memberships, just click our join button. And it's really for the price of a super chat. It's benefits that last all month long. Caddy 30 Halls, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Well, folks, I think it's about time to get into it. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I just want to turn back on my fan. Where are you, fan? We only have one fan. That's right. Literally. There you go. Flash on the new member emoji to welcome Polly Bear. Pleasure to have you, buddy. Thank you so much for joining. And I love your photo on your on your page as well. That is awesome. That's so Polly right there.
That's right.
All right, folks, time to get into it. Let's get this show on the road. We're going to talk about the title. As you've seen, folks, I didn't quite know what to call. Oh, my God, Steph's Universe. Okay, give her a quick
Okay,
shout.
let's squeeze in one more. Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Steph's Universe, thank you so much for that. Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Do appreciate it. I should have been there from the while. Oh, Polly, don't talk so crazy. You don't have to do it, and we're honored that you did. Don't talk crazy, my friend. Alrighty, folks, there you go. You are destroying your channel. And what is that about? Does it sound dramatic? Kind of is. Kind of, some ways it doesn't feel dramatic enough. I wish I could write into it what I want to write into it, but YouTube has gotten a little harder lately to get those kind of messages in. What am I talking about in there? Well, okay. For some reason, since we've been on, I don't know why, but things seem to come in waves. And there is one I don't even know. I don't know how it even starts this time around. I got it in the past. And really, this past is even before we ever got into YouTube. Years ago, YouTube at the point was where you could put up a video and just hit refresh, and that would count as a view. People would sit there all night, refresh, and it would add up that way. And then, when the marketing came out for it, and you could start getting AdSense, etc., well, basically, it was all geared around if you have enough views, you have the most views, I should say, you're the one that's going to get a lot of the coin out of it. So this wasn't just small YouTubers doing it. That was once the music side came in and that, which they got heavily busted for. I believe it was 2015 off the top of my head, but I could be wrong. Some videos had 25 million views out of 50 million taken away. For the simple reason is those views weren't real. Those views were botted. That was also about who had the most subscribers. Also made a lot. Now, subscribers you can't bot, but I mean, there were people that were making fake account upon fake account upon fake account. But you can only do so many of them. When it's said and done, I mean, unless you're going to dedicate your whole life to just creating fake accounts onto it, and do that. So a lot of them were bought. Inactive ones. I mean, do you think for the price it is to buy a couple of views or a couple of subscribers that they're actually going to watch attentively to all you do? No, that's not the way it works. And what I mean why the way it doesn't work and why I don't get why I see this trend happening again is because YouTube couldn't be more official in saying why that doesn't work anymore, why it is of absolutely no benefit to your channel. Why is it no benefit to your channel? Because YouTube found a new way to aggregate how it rates a video can be considered productive. How a channel is considered productive as far as the subscribers it has. We remember the big purge, and there was purges before that. There was a reason why. Because it realized that system was going nowhere in a fast hurry, and it was basically rewarding the biggest cheat for the most part. Now, there was honest ones doing it. But how do you separate the honest ones from the cheats? Well, it's actually quite easy. They found a way to do it by changing it more, basing it now on interaction versus size. That doesn't mean that size has nothing to do with it. But it's not the delegating factor anymore on what makes a channel a good channel or a channel worthwhile of heavy advertising. Because you could have 1 million subscribers, and if nobody's watching, that channel is more useless than a channel with 100 subscribers and 10 watching faithfully. That is a true measure of what a channel is doing. It is action into it. And I don't know if you've been looking around, but I mean, it's been blatantly clear. And I'm seeing channels jumping, 200, 300, 400 subscribers a day. No big shout out anywhere. You search for them, there's nothing going on with any of that. Zero. Their views aren't changing. My math is not the best. You see me count for the Puša push. But how could you gain 200, 300, 400 subscribers a day and have a video that come out that day and get the same views as it got the day before and the day before that? I've seen it where they've gained 200 and some subscribers in that day and had a video out that day that only had 80 views, which they usually get. So you're telling me 200 and some people joined and they never even looked to see what you did? Not a good sign. Not a good sign, a very telltale sign, if I may say so myself. Now, I'm going to put it to you right now, straight out. I don't give two shits who's doing it. It doesn't change my life any. All I'm doing is I'm coming on tonight because I know some are giving people advice to go and do two things. Two things. To buy subs and to go hang around in places where they're handed out looser than candy. And you might hear an argument that, one's different than the other. There's not one difference between any of them. And it's going to give you the same outcome. That's all I'm going to say into it. Your choice, your channel, you do what you want with it. What I don't like is when people are out giving advice to do stupidity like that. Because you know what? They never tell people what the consequences on their channel are. But I will. I'm going to tell you right now. And for the record, we've been accused of it for over a year now. We've been accused of, we've bought out our channel. We've bought our way up. We've done all this stuff, all these things. It's nobody's real in here. You've heard me go on and on. Whoever's real, type in this number. And oh my God, Puša bot and all that. Because I can easily show you my numbers, and we have showed you our numbers, that we can't be any more transparent if we try. That's what people do. The people that don't like us really hate that part about us, because we couldn't be any more transparent. I mean, look at, we've been sharing our numbers for how many weeks now like that? And we've always been bringing them up and stuff. I have no issue with doing it. But I'm just going to tell you for the record, and I want to make this abundantly clear. Once again, you choose to do it, your channel, you go right ahead. But realize something. This is very, very important, and I want to get this really clear. If you do it, all it's going to help you with is vanity in front of other YouTubers, not even viewers. It's there for one reason. You're worried about the vanity of other YouTubers and how you look beside them. Because it has zero issue in enticing the algorithm in any way. It will, on the other hand, have a detrimental negative effect. And if you ever see a channel that you think is doing it, just watch over time. It becomes blatantly clear, because once you start doing it, you better keep doing it. Because if you don't, that's the end of it. That daisy chain will fall, and it's still not helping you in YouTube anyway. Just then, the other YouTubers are going to see what you're doing. And that's easy to find out. And you can tell by usually every week or so when they do their cash out. Usually the algorithm kind of does like a second audit at the end of the week, figuring out, because like especially live streams, they aggregate a lot. And there's all those mitigating factors at the end, and they count, okay, well, this wasn't quite a real view, this was and stuff. And it balances out. And you can see it. When a channel loses 4,000, 5,000 views right there on the spot, they've been keeping their views busy with other means besides people watching them. And the same with subscribers. If they got all these subscribers growing and growing and growing by subscribers, and nothing is changing. And a new one that I realize some are doing is they're buying their subscribers and they're botting their views after to try and bring them up, but they're waiting too long. So then you see the jump, and in the evening, I don't know, they have 600 or 1,000 or 200, whatever. And the next day you wake up, and for some reason, and I never understood this, they like round numbers. It's up by 1,000. It's up by 1,500. Well, if you're going to do it, at least try and be creative and pick a number that's not round and make it so plain, so you can see it. Another way, too, is when you go search for them channels, you're going to see their number for their last couple of videos, what they got, but when you click on them, they're a lot more. That's because they've had such a gigantic growth all of a sudden. The algorithm hasn't caught up because it hasn't verified if they're real. Hence where that cleanup usually comes on a Friday or a Saturday. So I'm telling you this for this reason. They can do whatever they want with their channels. I could care less. I'm telling you, if you're getting advice from people to do it, go and take a look at where the advice coming and watch for those patterns. And if you want that to happen with your channel, that's your choice. If you don't want it to happen with your channel, that's your choice. Also remember, it's hugely against YouTube's guidelines and policies. And they could be there to check at any time. And one day you wake up thinking you beat the system because it's been 8 months and all of a sudden your channel's been taken down. It happens. When the big purge came, what was it, a year ago?
Yep.
I watched one channel who claimed for a long time they weren't bought their number. They had over 50-some thousand in the early 50s, 50-some thousand subscribers, saying they weren't botting, and the views didn't make a bit of sense for how big the channel was. And then came, as I like to call it, Judgment Day. And that channel went from the early 50s down to 18,000. And you could watch it. Because, when it stays up with Social Blade, that's back when they gave you the exact numbers. Once it drops a number, it holds for a bit, and it'll be like 50-some and change, and then in 3 seconds down to 18,000. Now, you might say 18,000 is pretty good, right? I would all say. Did it get them all? We don't know. But I'll tell you something, the algorithm wasn't too excited to share that channel out after that happens to it. Remember, folks, it's an algorithm that can be updated at any time and become that much more intuitive to picking out channels that are doing this. What is it looking for? It's looking for subscribers that joined once and never came back. That's why buying them or going to hanging around in places, and I don't mean to sound, this has got nothing to do with any kind of racist. We're going to talk about locations, geographical locations for a minute. This is the way it works in the YouTube world. The majority of your countries you want following you, United States, Canada, Australia, England, New Zealand, etc. Why? It's not racist. It's because that's where the highest advertising dollars are. That's where the advertisers are willing to pay the most money to have their ads shown. There's people in Brazil who have channels over 18 million subscribers who can barely make a penny off their advertising revenue. For the simple reason is the advertising dollar in Brazil is worth nothing. That's because they don't pay anything for it. So that's something that has to be understood. It's nothing to do with one country or the other. Xenia comes from Latvia. We're not exactly like locked in a bubble. It's a simple state of economics and how YouTube addresses you. And YouTube wants to make the most money off your channel. So if you're greenlit and you're bringing in a higher viewership from these countries, that means they're making more money off those ads. That's why they promote you. If you buy subscribers, or if you go to these famous places where it's gimme 22, I got you, you got me, don't say hi, don't look at the channel, just grab with about 2,000. Yes, channels are growing like crazy going in there. They're growing like mad, and they're going nowhere in a fast hurry, because you know what they've just done? They've devalued their CPM rate till it's worth nothing. And YouTube sees the channel as basically worthless in its eyes. So you have all these viewers, and you have no value to your channel whatsoever. On that rate, you would have to have millions of them watching everything you do to make a tiny bit of revenue back off of it. This is very, very important to understand. That's why I say if you're doing these things, you're doing it solely to try and impress the other YouTubers, because it's doing nothing but being detrimental to your channel.
It's vanity.
It's vanity. That's all it is. It's not there to be in the algorithm. It's got nothing to do with it. You can't even begin to use that argument because you're doing exactly what turns off. You're just lowering your value in the eyes of the algorithm to try and raise yourself a little bit in the eyes of a couple of YouTubers around you. Do you realize how many hundreds of millions of us there are, creators? I mean, if you're doing that to wow 5 or 10 people to basically just piss away your channel, have at it. But I just want people to know that are getting that advice. And I don't know why this has become popular again. I swear to God, I wish I could drive my head right through this microphone, because I do not get it. I don't know what. To me, This day and age, it's almost like telling people not to drink and drive. It's almost like telling people they should wear a seatbelt when they're behind the wheel. I don't even know why it's a discussion anymore. I do not get why people are not getting it. And like I said, this has been going on for a while, kind of coming a wave, but now I hear it's being told to other people by them to go and start doing it to their channel. That's what's going to get them where they got to go. That's what's going to get them popular. Like, I mean, I couldn't believe something. I mean, people sent me a clip and they're like, they're in a stream and somebody said, this guy here is a power networker. I see him every couple of seconds. He's getting a new he says he's subscribe to this one, subscribe to that one. He's doing great. He's doing horrible. He is doing the worst thing you can do. And we network. I'll be the first to say it. I can preach to people. Not everybody's going to listen. But I mean, at least I try to tell people to take their time, get to know somebody, treat it like a business luncheon. We've thrown out more people in here than we've had by times because we're so stingy on the rules. And that still doesn't mean we're going to stop it. All we can do is try and lead by some sort of example, whether people take it or not. That's out of our hand. But at least try to do something positive. The stuff that's getting put into people's heads is due around here. I mean, it's just turned into an absolute garbage can. I don't want people to throw away their channels. I mean, if you don't care about your channel at that point enough to do all that stuff like buying subscribers and going into binge sub for sub through the Pacific Rim and stuff like that, I mean, just become a viewer. Somebody told me once somebody's doing it because they want to get the 10K to get their merch shelf, and they'll get like the join button in the membership. Who is gonna join? Who is gonna buy merch when you've been in nothing but places that are grab me back? Do you think they're going to open up their wallets with glory and buy a $40 shirt from you? Do you think they're going to become a member of what? Okay, you got it. There, you did it. You scammed your way up to 10K, and now where are you? Like, it's such a futile attempt. Why am I still hearing stuff like that? You want it at there so there's some sort of benefit into it. Otherwise, you're getting people that don't even spend anything because they don't need it because they're going to be around grabbing everybody like it's a potluck. Like, I don't get it. I understand you want to get to someplace and do something, but there's been this idea come up in the last couple of years. We'll just take shortcuts to get there. Oh, I'm going to be a networking channel, but when I get 4,000 hours, I'm going right back to being a pottery channel. No, you're not. The algorithm doesn't see it that way. Your viewers don't see it that way. You want to get the 10,000 by going and grabbing people or buying subscribers? Well, what? Do you think those bought subscribers are going to come and buy shit off you? I mean, think about it for a second, how stupid it is. I can't believe I even have to say it, but I'm really worried because some channels now are starting to be told this is a great idea. This is a bright idea. It's not a bright idea. It's not a smart idea. It's a really, 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 really stupid idea. Like, the algorithm would be more happy with you if you had 1,000 subscribers and 400 people were watching you, way more than 10,000 of a bunch of bought channel and 81 views. And if you buy views or you bought views up to bring them from 81 to 1,000, the algorithm's still not impressed. What are you going to do? Have a bot that's going to do them from high CPM countries and watch 3/4 of the whole way through? Not on your life. It don't happen that way. It don't work that way. It doesn't work that way. It's insane to even think it's a business. To me, it's like saying, well, you know what? I got a bakery business. Our flour's doing very well in that. I think in 2 years it's really going to take off. Well, I'm just going to deal crack through here until we get up to enough money. Then I'll go back to selling flour like nothing happened. I mean, come on. Seriously. And that's exactly what it is. I've heard all kinds of ways to talk about it. And, I mean, you're killing your channel. Once you go through all this stuff, you're done. Your channel's done. You're not getting it back. That's exactly what it is. That's why I'm just saying it. I don't care. I don't own your channel. I don't have any right to say over your channel. Whether you break YouTube guidelines or not, it's none of my business. That's between you and YouTube. But I'm just saying to anybody who's on the fence right now, starting to hear this stuff and thinking, oh, that's a great idea, I'm giving you one chance to hear it's not. Honestly, it's not. It's a great way to ruin yourself on here. You came here to tell something. Try to get everywhere you can, but I mean, there's some things that just aren't worth doing to yourself. I don't get, like I said, to me, it's just like telling somebody they got to wear a seatbelt or don't drink and drive. It shouldn't even have to be said. It's okay to grow. I'm on the other side too. I don't want to be in this here, we'll just watch each other in a circle and eventually everybody will find it. No, they won't. You have to get out. It's like a business. There's millions and millions and millions of YouTube channels. If you don't put some foot forward, nobody's going to see you. But you also don't need to go and shoot yourself in the foot while doing so either. Let's see if we got yellow coined yet. I thought we'd look over and see. I just wanted to come on tonight. Yep, there we go. I figured it was coming. I don't know if it was a crack or what, but anyways, there you go, folks. There you go. There you go. Yellow coin. What else? Well, I was expecting it. So there you go. I don't care. There, I want to say it. I want to talk to you guys about it. I just don't want to waste all night dibble-dallying around it and that, because there's nothing to even discuss into it. It's such a bad idea. It's such a stupid thing for people to do. You know, and they choose to do it with them. Like I say, let them do it. But you know what? You deserve at least to know both sides. That's all Xenia and I have ever tried to be as a channel. Try to be the other side to let you know what's going on. So at least if you choose to go down that road, you know what's coming. Because a lot of stuff I'm hearing out there is a lot of one-sided, well, just uneducated garbage, and people shouldn't be even dishing it out. I don't like when people go out talking about stuff they don't know about. I could go and watch Panic Deep Paranormal and then come on here an hour later and start shooting my face off about how to search for paranormal. I'll repeat a couple of words they say and stuff like that I picked up, but I don't know what I'm talking about. You know, just because somebody grew faster doesn't make them an expert on YouTube, because you got to talk about where the growth is coming from. And, you know, it just sickens me right to the core. I'm sorry. I think I was doing too much today around the house. I'm in a bad mood already. And just this here. And it's something that just I want to tell you guys about. Make your own decisions. Make your own choices. But just be aware of the consequences. That's all I'm saying. Be aware of the consequences that can come with it. Because once it's done, it's done. It ain't turning back. It ain't going in reverse. It is what it is. And it's going to be what it's going to be. But you have to ask yourself, is it what you want being on here? I can't speak for you. I can't decide from you. But I think it's only fair to give you another side of what can happen into it. Because like I said, a lot of stuff that's been thrown around has been pretty one-sided, I find. And that's not fair. You know what? At least let people know. If you're going to go and tell them they should do something, at least tell them the both sides of it. But they don't care. They don't care. I see that more times than not on here. Misery loves company. You can be miserable on here if you want. That's also your choice. Nobody can change that. We have no right to change anybody else's channel, change anybody else's thoughts. But I'm just hoping it will catch some people before they decide to go and do it, to think about it. That's all I want to do, was give a chance to get that out there so you could think about it and make an informed decision and not regret it down the road. Because let me tell you, in Xenia and I's line of YouTube and what we do, we get a lot of the regret letters. We get to see them. And they're not nice. And there's the people begging for help. And you know what? There's some of them that just can't be helped onto it because there's nothing can be done. So, you know, Xenia, want to tell them a little bit about CPM and that?
Yeah, we mentioned a couple of times, and especially lately, of course, like Andrew said, there are different variety of countries that are more on the top of the list of the countries that are more of the CPM, and the CPM is split literally it is between you and the YouTube. So the money that you see if you're monetized on your CPM rate is not what you're actually getting. You're actually, getting only 65% of that. So YouTube is taking 45% of that CPM, what you're seeing. Now, if you're monetized, you can also see how it is divided by countries, and you can see where you're getting the most and where you're getting the least. And such countries as US, Canada, UK, Austria, Germany, Australia, New Zealand will have the most higher CPM rates. Sometimes United Arab Emirates also will have the higher rates if you are placed, like if you are there. If you're from there, they will get a higher rate as well. Obviously, it also depends on the season, on the economic situation and so on. But definitely having those countries that I just mentioned will have you in a higher CPM rates, and having places like Serbia, Ukraine, Liberia, even Latvia, where I'm from, will get you super lower rates. Now you got to remember that YouTube is a business, okay? It is a private entity. They want to earn money, and the more money you earn, the more ad friendly it is, the more valuable your channel is, the more they're going to be pushing you, because every ad costs money. Your channel is a vehicle for advertisement. You are the one carrying it. So obviously they want to sell it for the most money possible to earn that most buck possible. That's just pure logic. So if you are earning more money with your CPM rates, they're going to be pushing your channel and your videos more. No, it is not official. That's not what they say, but they do say that they do prefer more ad-friendly channels and videos. Guess what? They want to earn money. They are business. So when I see on Twitter lots of messages out for Team YouTube from channels that has hundreds of thousands of subscribers, all of a sudden writing, "Oh my God, I don't understand why my CPM rate is $1. Well, guess what? Just by taking one look at your channel and seeing what your channel is about, I pretty much know why. Because you are targeting with your videos the countries, and again, it is not by us, it's by YouTube, that have the lowest CPM rates. Or you are buying subscribers from those countries because that's where they come from, again, unfortunately. And yes, that's why you have $1 per 1,000 views when you have 3, 5, 600,000 subscribers, which you will think like, what? But that's exactly it. Just read sometimes the comment. The stuff that comes out is unbelievable.
I want to show you guys something. I've showed you this, but I never told you the true story about how this all came to be. But I'm going to let you know, I'm going to let you in on something. We talk about the bot cam and how we were bought it. That's why we didn't want to be bought it, because when we know they're cheap views. They're all using IP addresses from lower CPM countries, which is bad for our channel. So that's why when we got bought it, we're not celebrating if it's even raised, as well as when they're holding us down, because we know it's a bad mess. I've showed you guys before this YouTube channel crawler. How did I come to use this? When we started getting bought it in the fall, of course, as I said, and this is, once again, not picking on countries. This is based on solely we're talking about CPM. Our top countries, of course, were United States, Canada, Australia, and then New Zealand and Australia were kind of fighting for 4th and 5th, back and forth. Well, all of a sudden, they got bumped up one. Well, one got one state where it was 4th, and 5th became, I don't want to say the country. That's not fair, but just we're going to say a low a CPM country, which is typical with Boston. Yeah. Yes. This was a lot of searching to find something like this. We went out, and this one, Xenia was doing other things, but this one I did as a sole mission for 2 weeks, because it got something in here that you can't get anywhere else. You can search by country. Okay? See? All the different countries there. And what I was doing was literally, let me go here for a second. Let me show you. Australia, category, comedy, max subscribers, 1,000. Oh, okay, well, yeah, you got 1,000, we'll say. Last video, 14 days ago. Search. And this is how I spent my days. Going and looking for decent channels through all this stuff, category by category. And going and checking them out and trying to attract new channels to come and see us to raise up our country level for Australia. And I also did New Zealand to bump out the bad views. So we're well aware of how much damage it can do. When I had to go to the extents that I did, that put everything else that we were doing on hold for probably a week and a half to 2 weeks by using this, because it was either that or let the botting bring down the value of our CPM. That's exactly how we did it. So you seen a rush of New Zealand and Australian. Believe you me, not everybody you meet comes over to check you out. But it was either that or let them screw with our channel. That's the lengths we went to protect ourselves from it. That's why when I tell you guys how bad it is to go and buy views, buy subscribers, or go to places where they're throwing them around like confetti, If I'm willing to go to that much trouble to try and beat on that bit that was done to us, imagine what the gigantic rush of it coming in on your channel is doing. And if that doesn't put it into perspective, I don't know how else. I don't know how else. Because I certainly did not want to spend it doing it that way. I most certainly did not. Do you have any idea how much work it is doing it that way? Old guy in a bike. Yes, when I was going through Canadian sign, that exactly. That's right. I found old guy in a bike through there doing the Canadian ones later on in that. We had to just put everything aside and strengthen our channel to get through those times like that. That's exactly what we did. So I'm sharing that with you because I've shared this page before, but I've never told you the exact reason why it came to be with us. And that's exactly why. I don't quite understand. What would you want? Who would want to bot you? Does it make YouTube think? Yeah, it's just it was a way to discredit us. They said from the beginning we were fake. So then, because there was no way we could grow, we were uninteresting, we were boring, we were blah, 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 nothing. We have no knowledge of YouTube. We were just liars, outright liars. Then when that wasn't working, they just decided, well, then we'll just bot them and try and screw up their channel or then use it and say, look what they're doing. But they should be used to me by now. I'm always showing the bot cam. And I've always been that way. I'm not a wallflower when it comes to it. That's why, because I got nothing to hide, so I'm more than happy to go and run my mouth and just do it that way. So there you go. You know, we even had one guy say, oh, you know, because I taught them how to do it. Well, of course, we know to run the machine. Anybody can run a botting program. You'd swear to God a chimp could pull it off. It's not hard. So... But it's not. It's pointless. It doesn't help. It doesn't do your channel any good. Literally, you're going to set it for what? If you want 1,000 views, they got to watch them still one at a time, even though it's the IP addresses. And at 8 seconds or a minute watch on a 3-hour live stream, imagine how much that's killing your channel. Because the algorithm was looking and saying on top of that, even if it doesn't see it as fake, it's saying, oh, well, okay, you got 1,000 views. 400 of them only watched 1 minute exactly each. Not a very interesting channel. Suivant. Next. Give me the next channel. Find something that's not boring.
It's super fastly detectable if you are researching your analytics. And we have shared that when we talked about that ring of underground channels that we have discovered together with YouTube. We shared how we actually found them with our screenshots. And this is kind of the same thing. You pretty much see when it is happening. You can literally see
if it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true.
Yeah.
The same as in real life. God love, I see some people that run streams in here that don't even realize they're getting botted. They were at 51, now there's 400 some. Oh my God, I got a full house in here. Do you really think so? Do you really think it jumped 350 in a minute and a half? Like, I wish you all the best, but that doesn't work like that, you know? Oh my God, Ice Spike, how are you? Oh, hey, it's been a while. Well, thank you so very much. Do appreciate it. And we've slowed down. We rushed ahead the last 2,000 to get to 10K because we knew once the numbers were rounded off, that was going to be it. It was going to be a lot harder to grow, and we were right. Live streams are harder to grow than actual channels. I know that's hard to believe. Everybody thinks, oh, do a live stream, you're going to be rich in a month. That don't happen that way. And yes, the initial jump is pretty high, but then you're left with a dead channel if you don't want to keep running with it. So we did push it to get over 10K, and our growth has been very slow since then, in my opinion. But you know what? We also have a thing. People copy what we write. You know that, I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to paste this right in the chat. And you're going to see it in other places. People have been having a field day pretty much copying almost word for word. But it's one thing to paste this in a chat, and it's another thing to act on it. When we do that, if somebody comes in here doing sub for sub, we ban them. Our ban list is about 7,000, folks. It's that big, and I'll show it to you. Except I don't want to show the names. I'm trying to think of a way to do it.
Well, if somebody says that we are just doing it for subscribers, we would definitely gain at least 7,000 if we wouldn't like block them. So
we look right now, and I mean some are taken by YouTube and stuff, but roughly right now, all the viewers, if we had all of our subscribers right now, we're around 20,000. We're about 200 maybe now away from 20,000 total lifetime if we didn't lose all of them. So
anybody coming into our live streams daily, see how many even we do block on a daily basis. So that's just not a logical sentence, whatsoever.
Sparky just said here, I did fall for that trap. Spritzy ad. I paid $300, went up 93 followers. Will not fall for that again. Hard to find me. Word of mouth is the best. Going to live streams. And thank you so much, Sparky. I appreciate when anybody tells their stories like that. It shares with everybody that there's a reason why we respect you, and I think that right there is proof of it. Thank you so much for letting everybody know. There you go, folks. With Spritzy, you heard what he got out of it for $300.
I really wish they wouldn't be putting that ad in. And in fact, you can report the ads as well if they are against the guidelines, because I don't know if you are aware, but advertisements also have their own guidelines, and they can be reported as well. And then they take them away, because really Spritzy and alike is nothing there that you should be using whatsoever. It is not a Google ad. It is not an ad that you should be getting into. It literally gets you a fake engagement that doesn't give you anything back. And I really wish they would stop advertising it, because it is doing more worse than it is good for your channel. Shadow Time Rider, hello, how are you? Good to see you, everybody. Now, the questions here in the chat are, how do you get to know when something is going on? You have to get to know your analytics, guys, and you really do. If you're here with a goal of getting more established, getting to be more known as a YouTuber, you have to get to know your analytics. And it's like watching stocks. Once you watch them all the time, you see the changes. You see the sudden changes right away. You see subtle changes that are going down all of a sudden, and maybe you notice that YouTube is not pushing you as much, or maybe you have some kind of artificial traffic that has to be reported, which, FYI, if you do notice artificial traffic, you have to report it to YouTube. Because that way you basically have your cards in your hand, and first of all, nobody can accuse you of having an artificial traffic, and second of all, it's your duty and your rule on YouTube. You have to report if you have suspicions of artificial traffic on your channel. We do it very often, as you see with our bot cam here. If something like that happens, we are in constant contact with our rep, and at this point we're just literally reporting our videos that have potentially that happened to them. You have to do that. You have to protect yourself. You definitely have to do that.
I have something I want to put in the chat for you guys to check out. Here's a shot of it. This is a TV show here in Canada called Marketplace. I'm going to put the link into if you want to watch it after, and they actually show how they built a fake company using all the online tactics, everything from buying views to getting fake testimonials and that. And this was back in 2014, back when that still could give you more traction, and I think you guys would like it. I'm just going to put the link in the chat. It says CBC News Story. If you want to watch it after, something like that, feel free, but it's a really, really great one. They did a fantastic job of it. Talked about the whole point, like how it works with buying views and everything else, and that was really, really interesting. They made a fake cheese, grilled cheese truck, and they did it from scratch. Everything is fake. Even the website was fake. The testimonials they bought from Fiverr were fake, and the views they bought for their website was fake to get it all going. The subscribers, everything. So yeah, check that out and see it. Farmall Fanatic is in here. How are you, Farmall? Good to see you. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Great to see all you guys. Sorry, folks, haven't been talking much through it. It's just something I wanted to really dive into and give everybody a chance to hear the other side of it, so at least you can make an educated decision if that's the way you want to put your channel. Just remember what we talked about tonight. Basically, once you go down it, there's not much coming back from it. Reese's Mukbang, how are you? Good to see you as well. There was also the guy with the fake used tissue company. Yes, Casey Green. Lots of great ones in there. Lots of great examples of it, unfortunately. I shouldn't say great. Sad that we have to do that.
The question here for Cubs Dan about the ratio of views. Now, if you do look at the bigger YouTubers as well, you're going to see that lots of them, especially big YouTubers, have only around, 5 to 10% views from their subscriber. Now, if you can get more, kudos to you, but on average, 10%, especially for a longer living channels, is what you are really aiming at.
Yeah.
We used to get more before all of this bot cam going on here, but that's a normal thing to have. Even people who have tens of millions of subscribers are not getting always tens of millions of views. So that ratio is around 10%. You should be getting at in a ideal or more.
Like what? Look for things too, like folks. You know, sometimes I go to a couple of the channels and you hit like sort by most popular. Now, I don't know. I'm going to pick on a number on my head. I'm going to pick, say they usually get 500 views, okay? You know, roughly. 500 views to 1,000. We'll go to that. And there's one out of there that sticks out like an absolute sore thumb, and it's got 40 or 50 or even 60,000 onto it. I mean, that's pretty much as big a telltale sign as there is that something smells like shit. And that's the big sign that something's been played with. That's why pretty much every place I go, I like to do that starting out. It is possible. It is possible that somebody had a blown video. But guess what? With that video or that live stream, there's usually a way more comments than usual, and there's a way more thumbs up. Now, you can buy thumbs up, and you can buy comments, and the bot will not only boost up views, it will boost up the old thumb as well, or take down. We've learned that, believe you me, and then some. But nonetheless, there's always telltale signs like that. That's like the first time we ever got botted. Thank God Xenia was watching our numbers. vidIQ you're using, right? That's showing over the top,
Yep.
you know. And something didn't look right. And we could have got excited and said, oh my God, oh wow, we just blew up. We had a live stream that had been dormant for 4 months, all of a sudden gained like 2,000 hours of watch time in 24 hours. It was impossible. No way. And then when you seen what was on it that night, you definitely knew no way. And I mean, we reported to YouTube right away. We handled it. Like Xenia said, never delete it. We unlisted it, sent it all into YouTube, and looked through it. And that's exactly what happened. That was the first time we ever did it. Why? Because try to make us look bad in the algorithm's eyes, so maybe we'd get to YouTube and they would take us off. And or that video would become really popular after and always come up with our name. So it's good to not take everything and get excited, and every time something happens and say, oh my God, this is fantastic. There are lots of channels that do get good things like that, but the signs will be there that it's legitimate. Once again, if it feels too good to be true, it most likely is. So just keep an eye and keep an open mind. Because if I have to go to see one more live stream where somebody's getting botted to shit and they're like, oh my God, I'm doing fantastic. Oh my God, the house is rocking. No, it's not. You're getting botted. You just jumped up 700% in a minute and a half. It don't work that way. And they're not conversing in the chat. There's nothing adding up onto it. Dougie West, how are you? All right, we're far enough into it. Give it to Dougie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, give it to Dougie.
Okay, well, cover your ears. I guess it's
Alrighty.
good enough. Super Sticker, Super Chat, Super Sticker, Super Chat, Super Sticker, Super Chat. Dougie 2 West, thank you so much for that Super Sticker, Super Chat. You are the winner. You are the winner, like Charlie Sheen said. You win. We win. Thank you so much. Super Sticker, Super Chat, Super Sticker, Super Chat. Thank you so much.
Oh, my God. Thank you very much, Dougie. Do appreciate it. That was very kind of you. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate it, bud. Hope you're doing well and staying safe out there.
Lunch hour quicker, if you can DM us, that would be the best option, because usually we're super forgetful. So DM us or email us, and we can talk about that.
Wonder shall never end. So all these things.
Now, Drops Family Garden, of course, there are videos that can go better. We have Sparky here. I don't know, Sparky Jones, if he has his video already over 100K or not. Probably already does. A week ago, a channel was 300 subscribers, posted an amazing video, and now I think it's over 100K already. And I 100% know and believe that it's normal YouTube traffic. Why? The content is there, everything else is there, and it was the right time, right place, right content, and it just blew up. And that's what is a viral video formula. It is not really everything that we're learning about. It is being in the right time, in the right place, with the right content. Now, the chances of that happening is as like winning the lottery. But then the chances of you gaining actually benefit from that is what you have been building before. from everything that we all are together learning. If you don't have anything else on your channel backing that viral video up, well, it will be the only video that ever gets anywhere. If you do have stuff, that is what puts you up there. That is what pulls you up to the 1 percentile of the YouTubers. And that's what we're all here kind of doing and trying to learn.
After a couple of days too, check your analytics and see where your views mostly came from. If you have a big viewed video or a big viewed live stream, and the views are mostly coming from countries that continuously watch you, then you're onto something. Then you know things are okay. If there's a big jump to a country or two that you never get it from, that's usually a big sign that you're getting botted. Give Andrew a kiss for me. Show him that I love him. Sparky, you have very genteel lips.
Thank you so much, Sparky.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
Now, the other thing that I don't know if, I don't think you mentioned that. Casey here is saying my huge spike was when I hit a front page for my niche. I could see why and where it was from. Also, it was a video and not a stream. A live stream in a rewatch is never going to get hundreds of thousands of views unless
40,
a
60,000.
YouTuber with millions of subscribers that everybody's just dying to watch, okay? It just does not happen. If you didn't get the majority of your views during the live stream itself, the chances of it getting more views afterwards, especially if it's a long live stream, is close to nil. So if you see a live stream with, I don't know, 600 views, 1K, 2K, and all of a sudden later on it has 100K views, it's impossible. It's impossible, guys. It's 99.9%. There's something wrong with it because YouTube doesn't push the live streams after they get uploaded. 1, 2, 3 days maximum, and it's done. It's done. Unless you're pushing it, promoting it, and posting the links everywhere you could possibly can, and have an army of people doing it, it's never gonna get the same amount of views it did when you were live.
We're not a small channel. We're not a big channel by any sense of the word. And here's an example. Matthew Gafford, who Fox in Space, who's got a tight following. This one is from season 1. It's gotten up from, 200 and some views?
Yeah.
To 3.5K.
In a long
long time. And that's because he has diehard fans that will sit down and just want to hear anything he has to say wherever they can find it. The same with Dr. Sten Egberg. Now, he has a following of 350,000 subscribers. This has jumped up a lot.
Because we changed the tags.
Yeah, he was at 200 and some, changed the tags, the title, and we're going to be doing that again to keep it rolling. But it's not like it's jumped up 40 or 60,000.
Now, it also is a themed live stream, which is a difference. A themed live stream that has a topic or an interview can be a little bit different. But something that goes over and over, like, for example, our shout-out wheel live streams will never get hundreds of thousands of views.
No, exactly. 10,000 people are not going to sit down and say, oh, I want to watch a shout-out wheel for 3 hours.
3 years later.
We're not that high on ourselves. We well understand.
Because YouTube algorithm works differently with live streams, and I see the question in the chat. It just works differently. It puts them up high in the search rankings while it's live, and then drops. And the first day, too, it's when it's still there. But the farther away you go from the date of its being live, the less it gets exposure till it doesn't have any exposure whatsoever. Your videos do have exposure at some sort. It goes all the time. It can come back again.
That's why we play with the playlist on our homepage. That's why we switch around videos here, live streams, to give them a bit more view time, because people will come in and see them first on the list and click on them. It's not an overnight thing, and it's not like they're going to go viral because of it. It's just to pad them up to give them a little more chance of being seen. Who's your back outdoors? Thank you so much, buddy, for that. Do appreciate it.
Mwah.
You're absolutely awesome.
You.
Hope you're doing well, buddy. Thank you so very much.
So yes, you can have some rewatch value to it, but it's definitely not going to go from like 1,000 views to hundreds of thousands, or even 50 or 60,000. If it's a general type of live stream of 3 or whatever hours, it just doesn't happen, guys. Especially in our sizes here. I know, not talking about people who have tens of millions of viewers and viewers don't care what they watch kind of thing. I'm talking about small YouTubers. And sometimes, like Andrew said, when it looks too good, it is too good. D-Crack! Hello, good to see you.
I see, sorry, I was just addressing Drop's Family Garden. Well, I'm just looking at it right now. It's a topical video right now. It's running onto it. And if you go back and see, here, you had 8 thumbs up, 155 views. Here you had 41 views and 2 thumbs up. And then if we go here to this last one, you're almost at 800 and you got 24 and you got more comments. So yeah, it seems, in the I would always just double check it. That's just me. I just want to be safe. But it does happen. It's understandable that a video can do that for you. Exactly. Right time, right place. You just clicked onto a good title. That's why it's so important to learn how to title and tag and all that stuff. Just up your chances that it will get noticed more regularly like that. But folks, look at our video for our wedding. Iceland Viking wedding. That's our channel with nothing on it. 2 videos. Literally 2 videos. One I made for my son on, I think it's his 16th birthday, and this. It's over 35,000 views. We haven't done anything to it. This thing sat for 3 years on its own without being touched. But it had 3 things that were really big at the time. Viking, wedding, Iceland. That's just a combo of words that worked out well for it, that got it where it was. There's nothing done to this channel. Literally, there's nothing. I can't believe it has 47 subscribers. I can't even tell you why it's got any. Because it certainly wasn't, don't forget to hit the like button on that. Oh, there's 3 videos onto it. So there you go.
Yeah, a birthday song to my uncle.
Yeah, that's right.
Me singing a cover of a Redwood Casket. And our wedding, yeah.
So there you go. That's how it goes. That's how it goes, folks.
Want to hear me singing? There you go. Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Arco Drill Solutions, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Arco, and hope you're doing fantastic. Great to see you. Great to see you. Nothing but tutorials on how to, from a technical perspective.
Yeah, we're talking about evergreen content.
Oh,
Definitely evergreen content is going to be what is going to bring you stability on YouTube if that's what you're looking for. It's not live streams. And yes, it's coming from us doing live streams here on a daily basis. It's not because we don't know how to make videos. Andrew, that's his daily job, is do videos. It's just we don't do them on YouTube anymore. We do live streams because it's what we wanted to do to help YouTubers. Exactly.
It seemed to where we fit best, where we seem to do well what we do. It just seems the right fit for us. I also want to bring up this guy because he's taken as much flack as we had. He's another guy that's been accused of buying his way to 10K and all that bullshit. And if anybody with half a brain looks at his channel and realizes what he's been doing, I've been bringing him up as an example a lot. For the simple reason is, Farmal got his act together, and I say that teasing him. Farmal's a great guy. Farmal's channel was just kind of all over the place. And then he started doing, and he said this today by his own admission. He said, I almost threw my channel away. He was doing networking once a week. He was good at it. There was good crowds coming in, but his channel was also kind of just in the abyss. And look what he's done since he's given all that up and focused his channel. We've been saying YouTube about, and not us. YouTube's been saying how you have to be a niche within a niche. And some people don't understand what that means. Well, welcome, my friends, to a niche within a niche. There's lots of farming channels. There's lots of tractor channels, lots of heavy equipment channels, but he is about Farmall, the brand. And Farmall embraced the Farmall brand this year, and that's the big change in his channel. And as you can see, folks, 10 hours ago, 1.8 views, 10K in 3 days. His channel is over 12K now. 30K 6 days ago, 21K a week ago. When I met Farmall, he was bigger than us. And then we passed along the way, and he passed us again. And you know what? That's the way YouTube works like that. And I remember when he said that on a live stream, I think on Cole Outdoors. And I'm not a gloater, nothing like that. And it came up, and he said it, and I said, yeah, I know, but you'll pass. He goes, no. He goes, I've been kind of letting my channel fall by the wayside. You guys have been working hard. Well, that's a gracious YouTuber. And guess what? Farmall said along the way, I need to bring my channel on its track. He did, and here you go, folks. I mean, there's not much more proof to it than that. Look at the numbers. Steadily growing. Here's a guy now at 10K.
10K?
12K. I'm so sorry at 12K, because I was going to say at 10K over to be able to start getting more of the benefits in that, and he took advantage of the push and made it work in his favor. And I say, congrats times a trillion to him. And if there's any proof he's been buying these fucking views, I'd love to see, because I certainly don't see it in what he's done here. It just makes sense. Guess what Farmall Fanatic has done? Farmall's done what YouTube has asked of him to do, and each and every one of us become a niche within a niche. And there's the proof. It's right there. Right there, folks. Perfect example, a shining example of getting your channel in order, where it's got to go, and running with it. And I salute the hell out of him for it, because he's worked hard on it at being him. The algorithm is quickly making him the go-to answer for anybody looking for now, not just Farmall, because he's broadening out. He's so niche, but his audience is broadening out so much, even for antique tractors and that, going to him. There you go. So that's my opinion on the whole thing. And Farmall and us, Farmall, have been accused nothing of anything constantly about buying our way to 10K. Well, we could buy our way to 10K. I could buy myself to 50K tomorrow. I can weasel it up.
And so what?
And once it's done, there I go. I'll get on one live stream and say I have 50K, like a dunce, and then after that, watch a dead channel lay around where nobody's coming to watch.
If you are a video posting channel, so channel that is posting videos and not live streams, be a super niche. And we have talking about that all the time. You have to be a super niche, and especially now, and I'm talking now like today, when more and more people are actually going to social media. The latest polls show that 35% of all people on social media in the last 3 weeks, with all the global things happening, are actually considering to become influencers. That's 35% of more people coming to YouTube, wanting to make content and competing with you. What can save you? Be a super niche. Be that expert like Farmall here, like the channel that is Andrew going to be bringing up in a moment. Exactly that. So people can't compete with you because you are the expert.
Yep. Here's another channel that's been accused recently, told us, and I'm not surprised. He's been accused of buying his way up.
Yeah.
Well, he's pretty busy, because if he's bought all of his views and everything else and that at 22, 35, 29, 27,000, etc., I wouldn't want his pastime if he's bought himself. This guy has a premiere every time with 500 to 800 people at a time in his streams. Are you kidding me? I mean, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. If you can't look at this channel and understand why he's grown so fastly, I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, you just don't get YouTube. It's as simple as that. You don't understand YouTube. Look at the videos he's done. I mean, this guy has done everything. What is it? Dude Perfect.
Yep.
Found some merchandise in a locker. Dude Perfect stuff. What did he do? He ends up getting a collab with Dude Perfect.
Yep.
He's collabing with people from, oh my God, I'm forgetting all the names now, from A&E, the show.
Storage Wars.
Storage Wars.
Yeah.
He goes at live streams where he has the bigger guy with the hot-looking blonde wife. They're on his panel. I mean, if you do not get why this guy is growing, you have no hope for your channel to begin with. So.
And that guy came to in our channel when he has 4,000 subscribers at the time. I remember we were celebrating 4K.
Yep.
In our live stream, and then by January he had 15K. And now since January, so only in these 4 months, he's up from 15K to 64, and he's going to be hitting his 100K and play button in no time. Because he knows what he's doing. He is a super niche. He does a ton of networking with collaborations with right channels, with the ones that work for you, are definitely something that works for growth of your channel. Like for us, it was interviews. It definitely was. It might not look like your traditional way of collaboration, but an interview is a collaboration. You know, so definitely there are strategies of how to do that. But buying your subscribers or faking them is definitely not something that will work in the long term at all, if that's what you're looking for. Now, the question is, what is your goal on YouTube?
Those thumbnails, exactly. I mean, they're made. That's the thing about it. There's 2 channels I just shown you right there that are getting what YouTube is looking for. That's all it's about in the end. We're all, and I'll say it till the end of time, we're all like stores within a mall. And in the end, people are going to shop where they want to shop. And you can promise to give the stuff away. But once to be able to get there, if the product sucks or it's lies, you get out of it what you pay for. We could open a shop tomorrow selling buttons, and I could claim that 1,000 people came in that day and bought buttons. But when there's no money from it, nobody cares. The bank doesn't care. The government doesn't care. Nobody cares if that number is made up, because it means nothing to nobody. That's why I'm trying to show you this stuff tonight. Just keep it in your head and remember there is hope in here. I just find it's this time of year where people start to kind of give up on their channel, start to feel beaten down by it. Believe you me, you guys have been following us for a while. If you watched us the last couple of weeks, you want to talk about beaten down? We know all about being beaten down, but we're not beaten up. And that's right. And you know the way I handle it. You know I'm one tiresome SOB. They didn't want us on, so we just came on more. And that's the way we do it. J Real Slots, how you doing? Great to see you.
I love the 3 mall analogy. Yes, definitely. And I wanted to address, too, that you don't need money, like Zelda here was saying, to gain anything. You don't need a production company. You don't need management. No. You don't need your studio, to do. If you have a phone, you have enough to do whatever you want. Everything else is just on top of that in as per want basis. It's not per need basis whatsoever. Nowadays with a phone, you can do so many things.
Can I say something about that?
Yeah.
And I was actually thinking of doing a show about this. I've bragged about this guy lots of times. I'm just touching quickly again. Bald and bankrupt. When did he start? 2018. Now he's sitting at 1.52 million. Not exactly the greatest thumbnails you ever seen in your life, and if you've seen them, it's not the best editing you've ever seen. But one of the best storytellers and the best stories going out there, bald and bankrupt. Xenia's absolutely right, and there's an example, folks, where he has a camera on a stick, but a good story, and it's gotten into 1.25 million. Now, if you're going to be a singing channel, if you're going to be one of these guru B-roll channels, also know your limits and don't go overshooting yourself. That's a big part of it too. There's a lot. If you're going to go down routes where you're going to play with virtuosos, then it's time to bring your A game. Then it's time to have some good stuff brought to the table. And it doesn't necessarily mean you have to be spending tons of money, but you better be working a lot on your technique. There is people. The worst advice I feel you can give somebody in anything, especially in the arts, is do what you love. Because what you love might not be well suited to you. And even though your heart might be right into it, you're not cut out for it. There's got to be some realistic auditing of oneself, let's call it. Because I see someone here singing that should not be singing. I'm sorry. Because I heard, Shmule? Well, that should be turned to mule. Because I've heard donkeys bailing over it. God awful.
Most of them.
And some of them have been going for 2 years. And that's what it's. Shmule, when I see Shmule, I run. Because that's every obnoxious person that wouldn't sit down at a karaoke bar that should have, is now up at the mic all the time. I'm not picking on somebody for that. But we got to be realistic. And I'm not here to pick out anybody directly. What I'm saying is, look at yourself, and there's certain things that you might not be cut out for here. And I watch people chasing their tails, trying to do something here. They know as well as anybody else they're not cut out, most likely because they think they're going to blow up on here. And it's not just limited to singing by any sense of the word. But God help me, the singing stuff is bad. There's some that just shouldn't be doing it. And I don't know what they expect. What audience? Oh, well, there might be 2 million people out there that want to hear out of tune. You know where you're going to end up? You're going to end up on somewhere like PewDiePie used to do. And it's not going to help you.
Now, disclaimer, we all do things for fun. And if you're doing it for fun is one thing, but,
Their channels are built around it. And if you're doing it, they got to be because they're coming into certain places like network streams and like that and saying, look at my channel, I want to grow. I want to do collabs down the road. I want to end up on the old Opry. Or in Los Angeles, depending on the type of music they play. Either way, You will end up on some sort of Facebook gag reel sometime, and you will not enjoy your time on here from that point on. All I'm saying is it's the same as some people trying to be like over-the-top editors and that. You're putting yourself in you're better off at a lower, I've been laughing for 2 years at it. Yes, Harmal, exactly. Yeah, no.
But it makes them happy, Lottery of Life says.
Yeah, but until the hate comes. Like I said, if you're doing it and you have a thick skin and you know what it is, and you're wearing it, then have some fun with it. Make that could take off better. Nothing better than doing it not pitifully, like there's nothing more pitiful than a sad clown. But laugh with it and make it into the show. You could make something amazing in here that could get millions of viewers in that. But it's some people that just gotta accept the fact of what they can and what they can't do on here. And it is important to know that, because that's where a lot of people get down in the dumps on here. Oh, it's not taking off. Read the comments. Read what they're saying here. Read the lack of comments. Catch out the lack of views into it. Don't keep telling people, oh, well, you know what? If you love it, they will come. No, they won't. That's a bad thing. The worst thing you can tell somebody is to follow your heart. Do what you love, and the people will come. Bullshit, because if you love it, but you're not good at it, they're not coming, no matter how much you love it. And that's in lots of things in here. You have to realize sometimes when it's you got to know when to fold them. What else do you want me to say? There you go. In honor of the passing of Kenny Rogers, you got to know when to fold them.
It's about expectations. There's nothing wrong to sing in a shower or on schmool. It's about expectations and how much we expect from what we're doing. The proportions of that is sometimes out of hand. Mandy here not singing happy birthday. We sing happy birthday all the time.
We're disgustingly awful at it.
And we laugh at it every time.
If somebody was to write into it, you're awful, we're like, yes, we agree. We are awful.
We're not trying, to be the top 10 of the birthday songs or anything. It's about expectations. There's nothing wrong to do stuff for fun or just because you just want to make fun of yourself, or have a laugh. That's okay. It's your choice. We're not here to judge that. It's about expectations that sometimes are just way too high. I think the fall from those are so hurtful when it happens.
That's another part too, and I've seen some people that really get hurt by it. It's not that you want people to be hurt. Goodbye, channel traffic. Lottery of Life. Now I want to sing Goodbye, channel traffic.
Let's do a call out.
And I shouldn't say just in the singing thing. It's a lot of things that people do on here that is just not working out. And you have to have a talk with yourself tonight and sit down and say, this is just not going anywhere. Whether I like it, whether I don't, whether I think I'm doing good at it, it's the audience that's deciding that. And you have to be ready to be somewhat flexible. That's something that's in there. And you can't give up on your core values. Our show is metamorphized many times. Look at the Puša Push. It was made out of a necessity. We had to do it. The other ones, the other networking streams, the ones, they were getting people to come in and say, oh, you're not helping the people under 1K. You're only doing this, blah, blah, blah. So fine, we'll make a channel we'll make a game under 1K to their dismay. You have to be flexible, but I'm not willing to do something that goes against our values onto it. We're not willing to do that, but we are willing to work within our range of what we feel comfortable with. And being honest with ourselves, we've tried some stuff that's really stunk. Big time. Ugh, pitiful. And we've seen it after in the numbers, and it's not working. Why keep doing it? We know where that's going to go. We know it's going to be a dive bomb. So why stay with it? Let it go. Find something else we can do within that realm that does work for everybody. We've done it with segments of shows where we've realized we've done this too long, or we've done that too short, or we haven't done that well enough. You got to do it. It's self-assessment, because who else is going to do it if you don't do it for yourself?
And nobody else should be, really. There's so much of this YouTube policing going on around. That's why we're talking in general, not pointing fingers, because YouTube has its own set of rules, and that's the only thing really that works or doesn't work here. Other than that, if again, expectations of the channel itself, and let them fall if that's what they are going to. But you're not YouTube police, so if they want to do that, let them do it. Don't encourage them, but let them do it, and don't the whole judging of how it's supposed to or not supposed to.
We get, I know some of them dig and say, oh, well, Pusa doesn't really tell people about their channel and they're too easy on them. Well, not my fucking channel. I'm not going to sit there and tear them a new one over. In the end of the day, I can give them help, and they're more likely to maybe listen to a bit of advice if you're not tearing them down the lowest. It's not my channel. It's none of my business. Not here. We're not God. We don't have all the answers to it. It's just another opinion. We are retro completionists. That's how I met him like last week. I don't know if he's still in here. He was in a while ago. And he was just over 1,000 if I remember right. He was doing channel reviews and there was waiting and then there was no answer. He'd done some. I'll do it. Brought ours up. He had never met us before and he's like, oh my God. I don't know if I can say it. Yes, because I do have problems. Like we spelt in the top part, in our banner, I spelled something wrong. I put in an I. I didn't notice that. Thank you for telling me. I mean, that helps. I want to help people, but I'm not here to tear them all down because they come up. That's not going to get anybody anywhere. It's just going to make them bitter. And there's enough things on YouTube to make us bitter as it is. There's enough people that want to make us as bitter as possible. I wish people would judge me more. That is my way of learning.
Well, yeah, but it's a difference.
Yeah.
It's constructive criticism that you are asking for.
Yes.
And not the judgment of people who say, well, YouTube is wrong. Everything what you're doing is against the guidelines. Although YouTube told, that's what we're talking about, that people are thinking that you shouldn't be on, although it's not against the it's just the YouTube policing. And the same as in real life. People think that they know more and better than police sometimes. Well, the same happens here on YouTube.
Exactly. Like I said, when I'm even talking about tonight, even if I wanted to, what's the point to mention channels? They're the ones that got to deal with it. We're just on to tell some people who haven't done it yet to really think about it before you do. I have an issue when people start telling people to do stuff. They don't even have any proof to back it up. And that's why we always show the work when we're done, because I think it's important and everybody should. I'm not taking anybody's word until I see it for myself. To this day, I get people coming in still asking the same things over and over and over because people are going and telling the live streams. If you don't know what you're talking about, don't do it. The same as whatever niche you're into. You don't talk about what you don't know. It's not helping anything. And these kind of things we're telling people actually to go and start doing this stuff. I mean, how stupid is that? If you're going to tell them, you're damn well sure to tell them the consequences, but they don't want them to tell because they don't want it to look bad for what they're doing to their channel, and misery loves company. But no, we're going to sit there. I'm not sitting around when that happens. Everybody deserves to know. Because like I said, we get the after letters when it does happen. They don't know what the hell happened to their channel. I'd certainly want to know. I think it's only fair to know. We're not God in here. I mean, there's channels doing shit all the time that I don't like. I'll call into it and say, no, I'm not going to sit there and call them out. I'm not going to deal with it. They got to deal with it. I say it more for people that haven't done it yet, so they have a chance to decide for themselves on what they're doing for their channel. Once it's done, it's pretty much done. So there's no use sitting there crying over spilled milk on them. They don't want to hear it anyways. Dougie to West, thank you so much, buddy. Once again for the super chat tonight. That was way too kind of you, by the way. Thank you so much. Yep, be real. The amazing drop. Well, it just is what it is, Like we're called fake. Well, we're awfully good at holding it up for 2 years and some. Have enough trouble trying to do the show as real people, let alone as the fake part. I think we'd be pretty worn out by now. Maybe I'll haul off my face. It'll be like another monster underneath or something like that.
Split screen, it often feels like that. And I think it's a curse of being a YouTuber. It just feels sometimes that you do step, one step forwards, 2 steps back. It just is part of it. Unfortunately, it's just gonna keep going.
I don't know if we always do. Thank you, MC Nemesis. I don't know if we always handle it well. We're human. We've had our blow points, me more than Xenia. but I mean, you're only human, but you got to roll with it. You can't go on about it every day. You can't let it eat it every day. Oh my God, Resorian Buck is here.
Good to see you.
Another channel that's been with us from the very, very get-go. How are you doing? Past guest of ours.
Rants on Mondays are against community guidelines. Yeah, I like when Information Man shows that we're all adult channels here. Exactly. And if you're not, you're against the guidelines.
That is the biggest. That is the biggest. Not a regret. The biggest disappointment on YouTube for me, hands down, is I thought it was going to be more adult than what it is, and that's not being funny. That's not being cute. If somebody was to ask me what the biggest regret is on here, the biggest disappointment by far, is I realize a lot of people are on here to compensate for what they got going on in their own life, and it's not the adult thing I hoped it would be.
Last of Writers Creed, thank you
Oh my
so
God.
much. You just got wrenched up.
Wow, welcome aboard. Great. Oh, another fantastic channel. Wow.
Thank
Last
you.
of the Writers Creed. Thank you so much for becoming a member.
Thank you so much and welcome here.
And that's two of them tonight, folks. That's right. We have Polly, who we've known from the very get-go, became a member tonight, and so did Last of Writers Creed. Two fantastic people. Absolute pleasure to have you guys. I mean, folks, yeah, it's been hard with us with the memberships. Only us could have the luck to finally release our membership. We've been sitting on them since December. We were at my parents' on Christmas holidays. We come back, it's like, well, it's just after Christmas, don't want to bombard everybody.
Yeah, we're so money hungry, like everybody says, that we hold on to them for 3 months.
Yeah, exactly. But yet, all we think about is money. But then again, that came from somebody who believes the world is flat.
Quicksilver, thank you so much. Please stay safe, okay?
Yes.
You need sleep.
Yes, please take care of yourself. Please take care of yourself.
And I have a super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat.
Where? I don't see it. I don't see it.
MC Nemesis Live. Thank you so much for that. Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much.
You scared me so much.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
But guys, there's not really much more to add to it than that. I appreciate you guys on tonight. As you can see, the thumbnail and everything is just kind of a last minute thing. It's not that it's been sitting around for a bit. Just been hearing some stuff the last couple of days, and it's just driving me absolutely crazy. So in short, if you choose to buy subscribers, views, all that stuff, if you choose to go to places, and it's going to be all, you know what they are already. You guys aren't stupid. I'm not stupid. You're going to see them. It's going to be like Fox News, this and that, or CNN News or that, or it's going to be, some, whatever the case, Fortnite stuff, all those different ones. They all work the same way.
Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. You are number one, shining through. Thank you so much. Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. You are number one.
Thank you very much for that. Do appreciate it. Thank you so much, Reaper Den. Much love, guys. Just got up, getting ready for work. Hope you have a good day out there. Hope you're well. And the Art of Handmade Dolls stuff says, I have decided to add puppets to my channel. I'm looking to adding more.
Yeah, I think why not?
Comedy.
Why not? With I think it's where you can turn your niche into a different spin.
Super niche.
Definitely.
Make it your own and run with it and make it wild and make it something that people can't turn away from. They got to keep watching. I'm at work, but just wanted to say hello. Shining through NK. Thank you so much. Enjoy your evening. Thank you so very much. Do appreciate it. Folks, if you haven't hit the like button, though, please do. It really helps a lot. And it's not too late to share it so other people can come back and watch it as well. How many times should a family channel post during this week to stay in SEO? That's dependent on each channel. You want to stay pretty active. That's, but it's what you can put out. What you can put out that you can continuously do, say like one video even a week, as long as you can put it out at the same time, keep the same schedule, and keep it interesting. That's a big part of it too.
The MC Nemesis Live, thank you so much. Your charisma is the magnet. I've been to some live streams and clicked off out of boredom. This stream is very energetic and you guys bring the fire. Well, thank you so much. You know, and we can't be liked by everyone. We are not intending
We
to.
don't want to be liked by everybody, and I can't stress that enough. And I've said it time and time again, nothing makes me fall in love with somebody more than they come in and say, I love what you guys are doing, or B, come in and say, this sucks and I'm not coming back.
And please don't watch us if you don't like us.
Exactly. I mean that. That's not being funny. It is so important to know what you like and don't like. The ones that do hang around and don't like it, that's problems down the road, and we don't want anybody to have problems. Keep your life content on here, and you will be a positive part of YouTube, and we need more people being a positive part of it. So are you guys doing okay with the other thing that's going on in the world? I am personally getting cabin fever. We're all getting cabin fever because yeah, that's right, exactly. Just reverse the hands around and you got it.
Yeah.
No, she's all happy about it, right? And I'm the one that's getting cabin fever.
Okay, let's do that.
I can't do that. I can't do that in guitar.
Yeah, so that's around that. Oh my.
I love you guys. I love you too, Paul. I love
Thank you so much
too.
for listening to us and watching us today. Yes, we are on a little bit more than usual, and that's because of everything going on. You're helping us, and we're helping you to get a little bit of that cabin fever, we hope. So thank you for your patience and your support.
You guys rock, folks. Just now that you know about it, just make the decision for yourself now. Just hopefully you can make a little more of an educated decision if you choose to go down that way. I hope you don't, but if you do, at least you know. So have a good one, folks. Have a great one. Like, seriously, should I work for YouTube?
Analytics is your best friend,
Yes.
MC.
Definitely. Take care, everybody. Be well. A ton of love to you, and thank you once again. See you guys tomorrow. And join us on Twitter, folks, because YouTube is not doing the best job of letting everybody know. But with YouTube, you got a friend in notifications. Take care. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.